All right, ready to dive deep. Today, it's Revelation chapter 13. Beasts, the mark, 6666, all that.
Yeah, Revelation. Such vivid imagery, right? Really gets you thinking.
Definitely. We're looking at a study from MCS, and they've got a podcast too, the Olive Grove, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
They're using the complete Jewish Bible translation, just so everyone knows. Okay, so first thing, this beast coming out of the sea, 7 heads, 10 horns.
Sounds intense.
Yeah, and covered in blasphemous names.
Like, whoa. Definitely some chaotic vibes there. You know how the sea usually represents instability?
Right, like all the unknowns out there.
So this beast coming from the sea like that, it's like this force rising out of all the craziness in the world.
And it's political, right? That's what MCS is saying, like a major political power, global scale.
Yeah, exactly. And they connect this beast back to Daniel, the book of Daniel.
Oh, interesting. So like there's this bigger pattern, empires rising and falling.
It seems like it. Throughout history, this kind of thing keeps happening. But this beast, it's got 7 heads, 10 horns. Like, what's up with that? What's it all about?
Right. It's not your average monster.
Okay, so the 7 heads, 7 empires, they say. 6 are from the past.
Oh, so this isn't something totally new.
No, it's building on history. They list them out. Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Media, and Persia, Greece, Rome, the big ones.
And they all opposed God, right? Like
Yeah.
That's a big part of what MCS is emphasizing. Every head, another way of rebelling.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's that 7th empire, the future one.
Oh, right. Still to come.
10 kingdoms, they say. But we don't know much about it yet. It's kind of mysterious.
Yeah, I'm getting chills. Feels like we're at the edge of something massive.
Fire.
But let's back up a bit, okay? This beast's appearance, it's like a leopard, bear, and lion all mixed up. What's with that?
Right, wild combination. Okay, so each animal, it stands for an empire and what that empire was known for. Leopard, that's Greco-Macedonian, all about culture, outward appearances.
Ah, I see.
Bear, that's Media Persia. Wealth and pagan stuff, splendor.
Interesting.
And the lion, classic Babylon, dictatorial power,
Yeah.
the king of the beasts.
So picture this leader. Sophisticated, obsessed with money and power, completely dominating. Sounds familiar, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a scary thought. And MCS, they say this power, it's not just some human thing. It's straight from Satan.
So we're talking spiritual warfare here, not just politics.
Definitely. Now, here's something I don't get. This beast has a fatal wound on its head, right?
Mhm.
But then it heals. Like, how?
Yeah, that's trippy, like some kind of magic trick.
Exactly. MCS calls it a deception, this healing. Everyone's going to see it as a miracle, proof that this beast is more than just a politician.
People love miracles
Hmm.
and savior figures.
Totally. MCS makes this point. It's like people reject Jesus' resurrection, the real deal, but they'll fall for this fake miracle so easily.
Says a lot about us, doesn't it? What we choose to believe.
For sure. We're drawn to spectacle, even if it's an illusion. You know what else is crazy? This second beast, MCS, says it actually creates an image of the first beast, a statue.
Wait, what? Like a copycat?
Yeah, but get this. The statue, it can talk.
Okay, now that's just creepy. What's that all about? Like, what are they getting at with a talking statue?
It's a strong image, right? And it goes deeper. MCS connects it to idol worship. You know how that's always been a problem. This statue, it's meant to be worshipped.
To distract people from the real God.
Yeah. So it's not just politics and religion. It's like they want to control how people think, what they believe. Total control.
Right, and then there's that mark. The mark of the beast. What was it? MCS said it's on your hand or forehead.
Yeah.
And you need it to buy stuff.
Yeah, like to buy and sell. Imagine that. It's the ultimate loyalty test. You can't even survive without taking the mark.
It's like, think about it. We're so dependent on technology now. Online shopping, paying with our phones.
Exactly. What if all that was controlled by some system that wants to control us too? Forcing us to choose between our beliefs and our survival.
MCS said that Christians won't have to worry about the mark because they won't be around for all this.
Yeah, but still, for everyone else, it's like, what do you do? It's a scary thought. And it's like MCS said, following God, it's not always easy.
Throughout history, people have had to choose. Sometimes it's meant facing persecution, even death. It still happens today in some parts of the world.
It makes you think about all those blasphemous names, right? It's not just ancient history. It's like this fight is still going on, trying to silence people who don't conform.
Yeah, it's intense. So this whole chapter, Revelation 13, it's about that choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
God or this system that promises you everything but demands your soul. And that number, 666, the number of the beast, What did MCS say about that?
Okay, so they see it as symbolic. 6, that's human imperfection. 3 is divine perfection, God. So 666, it's like humanity trying to be like God, but we can't because we're flawed, we're not perfect.
So it's not just a creepy number.
Yeah.
It's like this deeper idea. Trying to build a utopia without God on our own terms, it's doomed to fail.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you think, in our own lives right now, not just in some future apocalypse. What are we chasing after? Are we compromising what we believe for comfort, for security? We're putting our trust in the wrong things. What are we really worshiping?
Big questions.
Yeah.
So this whole chapter, it's not about predicting the future. It's about, becoming more aware spiritually, like waking up to how deception works.
Yeah, that's it. Recognizing how power and control operate. Seeing through those false promises, those fake miracles that look impressive but are ultimately empty.
Yeah, it's about knowing the difference between the real deal and the counterfeit. And knowing that true peace, true fulfillment, that comes from God. Even when it's hard, even when it means going against the grain, standing up for what's right no matter what.
You got it. That's what Revelation 13 is all about. And remember, it's just one chapter. There's a whole book. And it's not all darkness. MCS doesn't get into it, but there's hope in Revelation too. It's about ultimate victory for those who stay faithful.
Phew. We've covered a lot. Beasts, deception, kind of intense, right?
Yeah, Revelation can be like that, but it's not supposed to scare us. It's more like getting us ready, waking us up so we can make wise choices, build our lives on something solid.
So what happens next? After all this darkness in chapter 13, what about those who, resist this beast? What's their story?
It doesn't end there. The story keeps going. In the rest of Revelation, you see God's power, God's justice. It's pretty amazing. Those who chose evil, they face judgment. But for those who stayed faithful, it's all about hope and vindication. They're the ones who win in the end.
So it's not just all doom and gloom.
No, no way. Revelation, it ends with this incredible vision, a new heaven and a new earth. God is there, dwelling with his people. Everything is made new. It's like ultimate restoration. Pain, suffering, even death. It's all gone.
Wow, that's powerful. So even when things seem dark, there's always that light. Good wins in the end.
Exactly. And that's what I hope, people take away from this deep dive. Revelation, it's not about figuring out symbols or predicting what's going to happen. It's about understanding God, his love, his power, and that hope we have because of him.
Yeah, it's like we're not alone in this fight.
Okay.
Against evil, against darkness, we've got God's Spirit with us, helping us stand strong, resist those temptations, shine his light.
That's it. And remember, this was just the starting point, chapter 13. Keep exploring Revelation. There's so much more to discover. Let it challenge you, inspire you.
This has been a journey for sure. We've encountered some scary stuff, beasts, deception, and, just the reality of how we humans can be. But in the end, it all comes back to God. His love wins, his power prevails.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So as we go back to our lives, let's remember all this. Let's be aware, let's be wise, and never waver in following Jesus. Be that light in the world. It needs it.
Right. And if that number, 666, it's all about imperfection, trying to copy perfection. Well, let's show the real deal, the perfection that comes from Christ. Let's live that out, his grace, his love, his power.
That's a great way to put it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Keep searching, keep asking those questions, and trusting God. He's got the future in his hands.